Hey, are you still awake? I know you've mentioned that you're having a bit of a hard time falling asleep lately. So I thought it would be nice to just get you tucked in and ready for bed. Would you like that? I grabbed you this glass of water. It's nice and cold, but not too cold. I'll leave it on your bedside table. And that way, whenever you're thirsty, you can just reach over and grab a sip. And please just tell me if you're running low, and I'll go fill it back up for you. I took the liberty earlier of changing up the sheets so they're nice and fresh and clean for you. Just for you. Just for you. If you take a deep breath, you can tell they smell faintly of fresh laundry. It's just so relaxing. Are you all ready for bed? Do you have your pajamas on? Did you brush your teeth? For 2 minutes? Let me smell. I don't think you brushed for the full 2 minutes. Hold on. We can fix that. Just open your mouth. Open up. Yeah. You gotta get the back of your teeth too. Stick out your tongue. Okay. Here's some water. Much better. I know I already have my hair tied back and ready for bed. I know you don't like to do anything with your hair before bed, but I could take a minute and just brush it out if you'd like. You have very beautiful hair. I find it so relaxing when someone else brushes my hair. So I hope that this is relaxing for you too. the tangles out. And now you're nice and ready for bed. All right. So I thought now I could read you a book. This book was recommended by a friend, and so I thought it would be great to read it with you. This book is titled M-A-D, Mad, A-B-O-U-T, Mad About M-I-N-I-B-E-A-S-T-S, Mad About Mini Bees. Pretty spider web. Mad About Mini Bees. At the bottom of your garden, you might just hear a sound, a chirp from the treetops, or a scuttle on the ground. If you look a little closer, maybe you can see a ladybird, a dragonfly, a beetle, or a bee. The sun is in the sky, and it's a lovely summer's day. The mini bees have seen you, and they want to come and play. We have a snail here. We're famous for slithering slowly, but wouldn't you also be slow if you had to carry your house on your back wherever you wanted to go? Slugs. We're sticky and we're slimy, and we haven't any bones, so we hang on under flower pots and shelter under stones. I think these guys are pretty cute. Worms. I wiggle and wiggle down into my hole, and then when I want something scrummy, I munch a few mouthfuls of marvelous mud. Do try some, it's really quite yummy. Spiders. I love to wake up in the morning when my web is all covered with dew. It's such a fine sight when it glitters so bright. Don't you think it's beautiful too? Flies. My eyes are big and orange, and my body's black and fuzzy. And I fly around your house all day, just being very buzzy. Lots of buzz, 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 buzz. Beetles. we've got these two feelers on top of our head, which wiggle and help us to see. And we scuttle around without making a sound. Can you scuttle as quickly as me? We have earwigs. I like to feed on tasty plants and trees that have gone rotten. But the weirdest thing about me is these pincers on my bottom. Stick insect. I'd rather not be eaten, so I've got this brilliant trick. I cling onto leaves and branches and pretend that I'm a stick. You see him there? Ants. We ants like to work as an army, which means that we do things together. Just watch how we carry these leaves to our nest. You must admit that's pretty clever. Caterpillars. I munch on the leaves in the garden, and slowly I spin my cocoon. But now I'm asleep as I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly soon. I love butterflies. Ladybird. How many spots has a ladybird got? Look at my back and you'll see. I know what I've got. Well, I've got quite a lot. Why don't you count them with me? Okay. Let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots on the ladybug's back. Okay. This must be an English book from the UK, because in the States we definitely call these ladybugs, not ladybirds. Down here we have a centipede. Hello, I'm the centipede. How do you do? I'm as friendly can be. Now, which of my hands would you most like to shake? I've got at least 30, you see. Next up we have the bees. There's nothing more brilliant than being a bee. You may think that it sounds a bit funny, but you shouldn't. You'd shout hooray if you lived every day in a hive of heavenly honey. Dragonflies. My wings are like shimmering rainbows, and my body's a dazzling green. Of all of the animals here in this pond, surely I must be the queen. Grasshoppers. We grasshoppers do enjoy jumping, as our legs are incredibly strong. And when we're not jumping, we rub them together to make the most beautiful song. Did you like those mini bees? What a lot there are. Flying, crawling, and slithering, and jumping oh so far. Some live by the water, and some live in the air. Some like living underground and finding food down there. But now let's leave the garden. We can come another time. Which beast was your favorite one? I bet you can't guess mine. How cute. Spider. There's the butterfly. Ladybugs. There's the earwig. A snail. And a centipede. We have a beetle down here. And a slug. The slug is sleeping under the rock. There's a grasshopper. And there's a caterpillar all snugly in his cocoon. What a cute little book. Thank you for suggesting this. I personally love bugs. And I love to have taxidermied bugs as art. How are you feeling? Are you feeling sleepy? Okay. Let me turn on the white noise, okay? How's that? How is that? Another one? Okay. One more story. This book is called Mama, Do You Love Me? I have always loved the art in this book. It is so beautiful. Mama, do you love me? Mama, do you love me? Yes, I do, dear one. How much? I love you more than the raven loves his treasure, more than the dog loves his tail, more than the whale loves his spout. How long? I'll love you until the umak flies into the darkness, till the stars turn to fish in the sky, and the puffin howls at the moon. Mama, what if I carried our eggs into a ptarmigan nest, and I tried to be careful, and I tried to walk slowly, but I fell, and all the eggs broke? Then I would be starry, but still I would love you. What if I put salmon in your parka, ermine in your mittens, and lemmings in your mucklucks? Well, then I would be angry. What if I threw water at our camp, at our lamp? Then, dear one, I would be very angry, but I still would love you. I love these pictures. What if I ran away? Well, then I would be worried. What if I stayed away and sang with the wolves and slept in a cave? Well then, dear one, I would be very sad, but still, I would love you. What if I turned into a musk ox? Well, then I would be surprised. What if I turned into a walrus? Well, then I would be surprised and a little scared. What if I turned into a polar bear and I was the meanest bear you ever saw? And I had sharp, shiny teeth, and I chased you into your tent and you cried. Well, then I would be very surprised and very scared, but still, inside the bear, you would be you, and I would love you. I will love you forever and for always, because you are my dear one. Never forget that you are loved exactly as you are. Never forget that you are so good at being you, and I love that. So, I hope that you're feeling relaxed and you have a super easy time falling asleep tonight. And I'll be here when you wake up. Okay. Sweet dreams.